to the third episode of rating my own cues from worst to best. And last episode, I believe I left off in the swordfish cue. So today, I'm gonna start with the raven. I believe, I'm not too sure. We'll know when I pull up my cues. So let's see. Shitty internet. So slow. There. Okay, scroll down almost all the way down. I'm around here. A little higher. Okay, so yep, Raven Q is next. So the Raven Q, it's basically the standard Q, but with 3 time. Everything is mediocre, so I'll give the stats of 2.5 out of 10. They aren't the best stats in the game. And appearance, also give it a 4 out of 10 since the Eagle Q, you know. The Eagle Q. Okay. And for level max, I'll give it a 25 for highest level. After 25, you need a better Q. Okay, so let's move on to the modern Q. Okay, the modern Q. It has actually an okay force, a 5 force, the highest force we've seen so far. It has 3 aim, which is mediocre, 2 spin, which is not that good, and 3 time, which is also mediocre. Since the 5 force saves the Q, I'll give this Q for stats. I think the highest so far, I'll give the stats a 3 out of 10 for stats. Ooh, I believe that's the highest. A 3 out of 10. In appearance, I give it a 2 out of 10 since it's not that cool looking. And I'll give it level 30 max. I believe that's also the highest level I said for the maximum. After level 30, you need a better Q than this. Let's move on to the antique Q, which is more garbage. Yeah, it's actually like if you put the modern Q backwards, that's how it looked like, which just makes the Q shittier. This is the highest time we've seen so far for a Q, and it looks like shit. The Q looks like shit. It has 3 force, 2 aim, 3 spin, all that mediocre. 2 aim, that's trash. 5 time, which is actually okay. Time. The times, unfortunately, time is time. It doesn't affect how the Q performs. Only force and spin affect how a Q performs. You could have a Q with full force and full spin, but it has no time and no aim. It's one of the best Qs there is. It's the best performing Q, despite it probably has no time and no aim. But it performs just as good as the Archon Q level 3. Keep that in mind. Force and spin affects how the Q performs. Aim, that's how it helps. It's only guideline. And time, well, it gives you just extra time to take the shot. So for this, I'll give stats a 2 out of 10, 2.5 out of 10. The time doesn't save as much as the modern Q. And appearance, I'll give it a 2 out of 10. For this Q, I'll give it a level 25 max. Because, 3 force, come on. It's no good. Okay, let's move on to the St. Patrick's Q. This Q, actually, you needed to buy from the spring deal. Yay. So, I need to spend my money in this game. I need to upgrade my legendaries. This Q has 3 force, aim, and spin. All that mediocre. Standard Q in a nutshell. Time, it has 4 time, which is decent, but it doesn't save it so much. So I'll give this Q a 2.5 out of 10 in stats. In appearance, looks okay. It has, I believe these are emeralds. I believe it looks like, and this is like some type of ore. So appearance, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 10 since it's a better looking than the modern antique Q. Let's move on to the Raven Q. Has 4 force, that's mediocre. 3 aim, which is not that good. It's mediocre. 3 spin, which is mediocre. 3 time, which is mediocre. So mediocre Q. For stats, I'll give it a 2.75 out of 10. And yeah, in appearance, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It looks okay. And I'll give this a level 25 max. I forgot for the St. Patrick's Q. I'll give St. Patrick's Q a level 25 max, like most of these Q. Okay, next is the Dagger Q. Okay. I'll give the Dagger Q. Let's talk about the stats first. 4 force, 4 aim, 3 spin, 2 time. All that mediocre, except the time, which is shit category. The aim does kind of help. So I'll give this Q in stats a 2.75 out of 10. And for the appearance, I'll give it a 4 out of 10 since it's okay looking. And I'll give it a level 30 max Q. After level 30, I think you need a better Q than the Dagger Q. After level 30. Okay, let's move on to the Rosewood Q. Rosewood Q, I have this Q level max. So it has 3 force, which is okay. Sorry, I'll take that back. Not okay. Mediocre. 4 aim, which is mediocre. 4 spin, which is mediocre. 3 time, which is mediocre. It's a mediocre Q. It's literally the Mexican word of Q, but with 3 time. So for that, I'll give it a 2.75 out of 10 for stats and a 2 out of 10 for appearance. And I'll give it a level 25 max. Okay, let's move on to the Bronze Q. Bronze Q, I have my Bronze Q level max. It has 5 force, which that is actually not okay. It's actually not bad. 3 aim, which is mediocre. 4 spin, which is spin. This is probably the best Q we've seen so far. And 2 times so far. So it's for its stats, it's gonna receive the highest so far. A 3.5 out of 10. I'll give this Q. This Q a 3.5 out of 10. The highest we've seen. For appearance, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It's old Q. It's okay. Okay. Raper Q. The best performance Q so far we've seen. It has 5 force, which is okay. 5 spin, which is okay. 1 aim, which is trash. And 3 time, which is mediocre. The force and the spin saves the aim a lot. So I give this Q a 3.5 out of 10 in stats. And a 4 out of 10 in appearance. Because it's alright. It's okay looking. But it's better looking than the Qs we've seen before. Better looking than the Bronze Q. Give it a 4 out of 10 in appearance. And for level max, I'll actually give it a level 35. After level 35, I think you need a better Q for both Rapier and Bronze. I forgot to mention the Bronze Q for the level max. That's earlier before. Let's move on to the vintage Q. I have this Q level max. It has 4 force, which is mediocre, 3 aim, which is mediocre, 4 spin, which is mediocre, 4 time, which is mediocre. It's an okay Q. I'll give this a 3 out of 10 in stats. 3 out of 10. I'll give it a level 30 max. After level 30, I think you need a better Q than this. And a 2 out of 10 in appearance, because this is okay. The King of Thorn Q. Actually a cool looking Q, not gonna lie. It has 4 everything. So it's a mediocre Q. I'll give for stats, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 10 since the aim and the time kind of save. I mean, everything saves itself. 3.5 out of 10. I'll give it. It's an okay Q. Appearance, I actually think is a cool looking Q. So in appearance, I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Pretty high so far. 6 out of 10 in appearance. It's a pretty cool looking Q. So yeah. Let's move on to the Brosword Q. Oh, level max, I'll give this a level 35 max. Level 35. Brosword Q. It has 5 force, 4 aim, which is mediocre. 5 force, that's okay. That's actually not bad. 3 spin, that's mediocre. 4 time, that's mediocre. The highest, I'm going to give this the highest rating so far seen in a Q. I'll give this a 4 out of 10. No, sorry. Well, Reaper Q is actually a better performing Q. Never mind. Take that back. A 3.5 out of 10 in stats. In appearance, I'll give it a 4 out of 10 because it's okay looking. And level max of level 35. After level 35, I think you need a better Q. Okay, let's move on to the Zebra Q. And I think I'm going to end it here with episode 3. I think I'm going to end it with the Zebra Q. It's 4 force, which is okay. 5 aim, which is the best aim we've seen so far, I believe. 5 spin, which is not bad, and 3 time. So I'll give this a 3.75. The 3.5. Never mind. Take that back too. A 3.5 as well. In stats, 3.5 out of 10. And for appearance, I'll give it a 3 out of 10 because it's okay looking. So I have this Q level max. And for the highest level, also give it level 35. After level 35, I think you need a better Q. So from this, we'll end it, Zebra Q, and thank you for watching episode 3 from worst to best Qs I own, rating them, and see you in the next one. Bye.